What's going on, guys? This is Moises with All Above Funding, and in this short video, guys, I want to go over how we as a company remove all the roadblocks that you may or may not have in your credit profile that can prevent you from getting high limit approvals. Okay, so without further ado, let's get right into it. All right, so the number one thing, guys, that we do to get all of our clients prepped and ready, obviously, we asked you guys for the credit report. We have a partnership with Smart Credit. Why we like Smart Credit? It shows you all 3 credit bureaus, and we really like the feature on there where we can refresh your credit score without having to buy a brand new report every single time. It helps us track of excess inquiries, all the inquiries that we incur while you guys are going through our process. And there's a lot of other features too that we like about Smart Credit. But anyways, we start with your Smart Credit profile. We look at your Experian, TransUnion, and Equifax, and we look at a couple of things, right? So there's a section on there where it goes on your first name, on your full name. And then there's what we noticed is there's also a lot of times where clients have, nicknames or, names that they've somehow shortened up in the past with previous applications throughout their whole career in the credit space. And basically what we do as a company, we make sure that there's as least amount of confusion as possible. Meaning, if you're a Charles, I'm going to give you guys an example. Charles, right? A lot of Charleses go by Chuck, and sometimes Chuck will pop up on their credit report as a secondary name, as a DBA, also known as AKA Charles, etc. last name, right? So what we do, we go in there and we remove all of those extra names to reduce the amount of red flags you get with the lenders, right? It's very, very important, guys. That little thing right there has saved us so many denials by just first addressing it, right? So when we onboard our client, we onboard them, we ask for the EIN letter, we ask for driver license, proof of residence, right? So we're gonna go dispute everything with the credit bureaus, and they always wanna verify your identity, and they always ask for proof of residence, your social security number, and your full name. That's how we do it. Okay, so we go directly to each bureau and we remove all the duplicate names, right? So we keep it clean to one name on there on all 3 bureaus. That's helped us dramatically get cleaner approvals, right? Get instant approvals as opposed to getting things and have it go pending, right? Then having us have to go in there and call in to the bank to get a decision. All right, so there's that. And then also, we've been running into this a lot. So this is fresh on my mind. A lot of clients that are a little bit in their later years, right? They're 50, 60, 70 years old. And at one point they retired, right? But they came back and now they're entrepreneurs. Whatever the situation may be, for whatever reason, right? And sometimes we see the word retired under the employment section, right? That's the second section that we're going to go over. The employment section is very, very important. We want to delete old employers on there before we begin applying. It's better to have nothing on there or have your current job. So if you're employed by your employer, if you're employed by your company, that's even better. If that's on your credit report, that's perfect, because we're going to be applying, under your business name anyways. So it's good if you have that in there, but if you don't, we prefer that you have nothing on there. And the word retired, self-employed, anything like that, any of those 2 things we remove completely, right? So when you onboard with All Above Funding, there is a 5 to 10 day process where we have to clean up basically your file, right? So that's section number 2. Section number 3 is obviously what we talk about all the time here, are the credit inquiries, right? The inquiries are so important, guys. The way these lenders look at it, right? Think of let's use the mortgage as an example, right? So most lenders want to be first, right? They want to be number one, the number one bank carrying in first position the note of your mortgage. They don't want to be number 2, right? Yeah, you can be number 2, you can get a HELOC, right? If you have the right amount of equity. But in this situation, most banks don't want to be number 2, meaning they don't want to go in there and try to get you approved. They don't want to be the 3rd, 4th, 5th person that you ask for credit over the last 6 months, right? So what we do at All Above Funding, as part of the onboarding, we clean up your name, clean up your employer, right? Make sure it doesn't have any of those negatives that could hurt you, like self-employed or retired. And number 3, all the inquiries not tied to active accounts, right? So if you went car shopping and you have 10 inquiries because the dealer doesn't know how to do the job or they don't know how to underwrite your profile, so they shotgun you to a bunch of different banks, and then the one bank picks you up, you can still remove 9 of those 10 inquiries by doing this section right. Okay, that's the same thing with the mortgage, right? When you go get a mortgage, sometimes they pull your credit multiple times to to get you, you know, pre-approved, right? They pull it before and then after, once you're in escrow and you're about to be on your 30 days of escrow. Any other product you've applied, credit cards, personal loans, anything like that you've applied in the past, even like stupid store cards, right? A lot of people apply for the Costco card or the Sam's Club, right? Every single time you get your credit pulled and say you don't get approved, or say you got a super low limit, you decided not to take the approval and it never reported on your credit report, you can remove all those inquiries. And you want to remove all those inquiries. It's actually a great practice to have that, to remove all the inquiries every time you apply for something, because you don't want extra inquiries on your credit profile. It's just going to hold you back every single time. So what we do, we go in there and we clean up. Experian is done in 24 to 48 hours, really quickly. And then TransUnion is about a 5 business day process, meaning with TransUnion, we usually create a TransUnion login account for our clients, and then we manually digitally upload the disputes that we get in there. So it's the FTC report, the actual dispute, and then the identity verification, which is your email, your name, your social, and then your proof of residence to prove that you are who you say you are. Then we manually upload everything with the dispute, the proper dispute letter, and the proper legal actions that you can take to dispute everything. And then my team will call to expedite everything, get everything removed right on the phone. So that's basically the process. Equifax, same process. We don't make an Equifax login, but we send everything through mail. Equifax is kind of old school still. They don't accept digital. They don't have a fax machine. They don't have an email. They don't have a digital upload like Experian and TransUnion does. So for them, we do have to send in mail and then call in about 10 to 15 business days. So Equifax is typically the slowest one to get everything removed. But luckily, with all the banks that we're partnered with, Equifax is the least bureau that we use. We don't really use them quite a bit. So that's basically the process of what it's like working with us, how we can increase the chances of you getting approved dramatically, because we've seen it countless times, guys. You could be an 800 score, but say you have 20 inquiries on each bureau. Guess what? The bank's gonna look at your awesome credit score and your awesome profile, but they'll be like, this guy's a shopper. This guy must be in trouble. He's desperate. He's got 20 plus inquiries over the last 6 months, over the last year, right? All that matters, guys. So always work with somebody like the professional that knows what they're doing, that's going to get your file prepped and ready before you go apply. So those are the 3 main things, guys, that we do at All About Funding. We optimize your credit, we optimize your profile, and then how you come in presented to the bank as well. So if you found value, guys, in this video, please like and subscribe. If you want to work my team and myself and do this one-on-one, hit the link below, and it's going to be pinned in the comments as well. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.